thank you so much for this opportunity first, Ayan, Ranbir and Alia. And how was it to, go to work on the sets of this film every day for both of you? Because for Ayan and Ranbir, it will be like walking into a friend's house and watching a cricket match. So how was it for you, Alia?
For me, it was like walking into a friend's house and watching a TV show. Because they're my friends, and we've worked on this experience for quite a few years now. So our friendship has grown deeper professionally and personally. Um, and yeah, it is. I am the new member into this family because they've already done 2 films together. But the youngest is always the most loved. So I got the most love.
Alia's part of the gang.
Yeah.
You know, we were just telling these guys also that actually we've been trying to make Brahmāstra as long as Alia's time in the movies has been. My film came out in 2013, Alia's film came out in 2012, her
Basically,
first
it's
film.
been 8 years.
Yeah, I've seen that full journey. Because then I think around that time only I went to Alia and I said, I really want you to be a part of my next film. So I've also seen Alia's growth through many stages as she's grown more and more as an actor, as an artist, as a star. And through all of that, I have to say, we were great friends right from the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah. And there were many moments when even when she actually did not know Ranbir that well in those earlier years, but still she was there in all the important moments from that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of comfort and ease here.
Great. And how was it for you? How do you sum up the entire experience of shooting for this film?
Oh, wow, that's it's as big a question as the Brahmāstra itself. But yeah, I'm sure you know that this is Ayan and my third film together, and I think our Ayan and my dynamics have also changed over these 3 films. I think by the first film, I was like an elder brother to him. By the second film, we became best of friends, and I think by the third film, he became our father. So that journey.
That literally is what is happening.
Really,
So we naturally went through that progression. But a lot of work, a lot of inspiration, a lot of ideation, a lot of dreaming, a lot of imagination, a lot of just praying and putting out positive energies has gone towards this film. That's all we do when we sit together, and we usually are hanging out just between us. That's all we dream of is Brahmāstra. It's become such a large part of our lives that, especially for him, me and Alia as actors, we are still on different projects. This being the key one. But for Ayan, this is every time we meet, Ayan can't think beyond this film.
Yeah, it's so funny. Ayan says, I just don't want to work today, guys. Let's just chill and watch the sunset.
Wow.
And it turns out to be after 15 minutes, he's talking about Brahmāstra. The sun is set, but Ayan's thoughts on Brahmāstra have not stopped. And Ranbir and I laugh about it all the time.
And is that how you warm them up?
Yeah, the truth is, of course, I am completely crazy with this very long pregnancy on Brahmāstra. Passionate to another level, and it's the only thing in my life. But I should say that while I am probably the principal parent on Brahmāstra, actually, every film and the people who come together to make a film, there's always a kind of a core team that forms when a film is getting made. Ranbir and Alia have actually also been parents on Brahmāstra. They have been amongst various people who've worked on a part of this journey, producers and crew, etc. They are really right at the center. Their role on this film is beyond just being actors on this film. And I mean, literally, Ranbir is one of the producers on the film. But beyond that, it is also their baby. They have been involved in it and been through different stages and seen the growth on this film right from the beginning. And maybe because we are also close personally, the film has come a lot into our personal space, etc. So the film is, they are also equally parenting it. And there is a level at which what I will feel when the film comes out, that okay, we finally gave birth and we've put it out in the world. This child has gone into the world. I think there's a degree at which they will also feel that way. Even though they may say that it's all me and, I am the one who's more obsessed with this film, it's been a very big part of their lives and they've contributed a lot.
Just to
the
add
journey.
to that, we are of course talking because we are the actors and he's the director. But there's so many people beyond us also, like the executive producer, the set production
Production
designer,
designer.
his assistant directors, his his personal assistant. I think there is so much of belief and so much of dependency that everyone's put in towards Ayan's imagination and his mission, which was this film, that I think we all have a lot of stake where this film is concerned.
As you say that, I mean, it's more of a responsibility, right? So, how did that responsibility culminate into giving a beautiful film and to be an actor, to be a producer?
I think we all just had belief in what this boy was creating. It started there because he created it from scratch. It's not based on anyone. Of course, there's inspiration taken from our mythology. It is a modern day mythology. A lot of inspirations from our gods. But just to write a story of this kind and create it from scratch was quite unimaginable. Me and Alia used to wonder, like, how has he thought this story? You know, it's like creating Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, you know, actually writing it. So I think that itself was the birth of inspiration for everybody on the film. We believe in it, we love it, we are inspired by it, and then everything just falls into place, you know, if these three things are in order.
Yes, and the responsibility part. I mean, I want you to talk about it as well. So,
When you see the film, because we've seen it and we've seen a lot of it and many times, when the slate comes directed by Ayan Mukerji, that time you will understand why this boy has not been able to think or do anything else but Brahmāstra. Because it's from the world and the place from which this has come. You have to. This is like, it has to be like it's his meditation, it's his breathing, it's his drinking water, it's his everything. Because that's the amount of responsibility he has taken to put this vision onto paper and to put it onto celluloid as well. And of course, when you're putting a film of this scale, there is a responsibility towards the audience that's coming in to watch the film. So you have to keep them in mind. You have to give them what they want. You have to give them something that they don't expect. At the same time, there has to be somewhere that they connect. And we keep saying this, that Brahmāstra it's a modern mythology because it's set in today's time. You and me are sitting and having a conversation, but then there's something going on in this world that we can't understand and we can't fathom. And it's like, oh my God, there's so much wonder. And that's what I call Ayan. He's a wonder boy. From his thinking to his speaking to his everything. I fell in love with him the day I saw him because he has this dreaminess in his eyes and he puts that dreaminess onto his films and for his audience.
wonderful.
So I think I've praised him too much. Now we'll see, hopefully.
And how did that make your job easier?
The job has not been easy.
It's not been easy at
See,
all.
I'll tell you honestly, whatever anybody says, it's been great to have this support from these guys, especially these two. You know, like I've said, they've been very central to, you know, helping us get this film done. The job has not been easy. It's still not easy. But I also feel very lucky, to be honest. I don't feel deep down that, you know, I'm some great genius who's like dreamt up this film, etc. I genuinely don't. I feel that some dots connected well for me, that I was allowed by the universe to channel this film. I genuinely believe that. Like, it came to me and I've worked very hard and I've given it my all, but I still feel very fortunate because I am so excited about what we are creating, and I feel so fortunate that it happened in my life, that the idea for the film came to me and the way it's grown, that I was able to allow it to grow in that kind of way. So it's not been easy, but it's been amazing. And you know, we still have the last lap of the journey to go, and it'll be even more amazing when we can actually put the film out, and if it connects with everybody the way that I hope it'll connect, you know, when you are able to talk about the film the way that I am talking about it, that'll really be, you know, the end of the journey. Then it'll be easy.
And ever since the film went on floors, we've been writing Brahmāstra as a pan-Indian film. So, has the idea of pan-Indian film of late like totally changed? Because for instance, Sanju could have been a pan-Indian film, and for you, Two States as well could have been a pan-Indian film. So how has it over the years changed, and how is Brahmāstra going to redefine the image of a pan-Indian film?
I think what really connects beyond language is a story. If you have a story which can touch many hearts, if it's in Chennai or in Barcelona, that's the first step. You need to make a true story. And Yeah, I think over the years we've also found it very challenging how to break through markets like the Tamil market or the Telugu market. What are the films that they like? Uh, it's come to a point where we are liking their films. You know, the Hindi film going audience, we love watching Tamil cinema and Telugu cinema, and that's been proven with the kind of films like Bahubali and Robot. So I think we had the first intention of making a story which is universal. Now through marketing, through taking some help from people from the South industry, we really need to break into that market because we want that our story to be seen by them. It's a story which needs to be seen, and we believe it. But like we're sitting opposite you, I think this is going to help us a lot because we don't know. You know, it's the first time for us also. How do we reach out to your audience? What do we do? So we are planning a lot of things. We
Yeah.
really haven't understood how to break through, but we'll need your help to do that.
Of course, yes, we've been discussing with Ayan since this morning, so
So you will help us.
200%.
Okay.
I'll be glad.
So why don't you tell us why hasn't it happened so far?
Look, I mean, it's the producers. I mean, most producers aren't forthcoming to produce a spectacle, because the risk factors that are involved with it. So, of late, the producers have started opening up in producing such films. Also, what I was telling him was the OTT platforms. As OTT platforms have come, the normal film that we see in a theater is now being made for OTT platform so that they get more digital rights. They make more money there. And a film like Brahmāstra, Triple R, or a Ponniyin Selvan are the films that the audience want to go and watch in theaters.
Correct.
The idea has totally changed, and which is what is going to be a big advantage for Brahmāstra.
But like when you see a Hindi film, say in Chennai, would you like to see it in Tamil? Would you like to read a subtitle? Would you like the actors to dub it themselves?
I'll be honest, if I wasn't as bad as Hindi as I am, I would definitely watch a film in Hindi.
The original language.
No, but I don't understand Telugu. But when I watched Bahubali, I watched it in
The original
Telugu, in the
language.
original language, and I
With
saw
And
it with
again, you
subtitles.
still have RRR, another pan-Indian film.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct. And I understand the emotion that eventually it's the emotion that is pan. Right? So you can do everything. Of course, you make a big spectacle and you make a scale, but like Ranbir said, it could be sitting somewhere in across the world, across the seas, and you could be sitting right next to each other. But eventually, it's the emotion that connects with the people.
The local flavors that we were
Well,
talking
I mean,
about.
I think that basically, Kaushik, there are barriers. Maybe language is a barrier. People, old habits die hard. So there are certain, people are used to watching. I think a lot of people, like just talking about the Tamilian audience, I guess they are used to watching their own local films in their own language, etc. We must break through these barriers.
It's not the case anymore, because
know-
when we watched Bahubali, the best part was we could relate with the dubbing artist who dubbed for the lead characters.
Yeah.
That had come out really well.
Yeah.
So it looked like an original,
Authentic.
a straight Tamil film.
No, so we are going to work very hard.
I guess there
You
has
know,
to be
to
a
do
I
that.
guess what I've also learned from this experience, now that we're sitting here and having this conversation, that there's no Hindi film, Tamil film, Telugu film.
Yeah.
There are
Anymore,
Indian films,
yeah.
and there has to be that feeling, and we need to just give you that to your audience, to the people, that this is a film for you. It's for everyone.
Because it genuinely is.
There genuinely
You know.
is. It's sometimes there is a feeling, okay, it's not made for us, but that's not true.
Great. And the positive takeaways from the sets of Brahmāstra, because we have Amitabh Bachchan sir and then we have Nagarjuna sir who have immense experience. So how was it to share screen space with them and act?
Well, I think Amitabh Bachchan is, what do you say? He is Brahmāstra also in some way.
Yeah,
You know,
in every
he's. I've grown up admiring and loving him. When Ayan told me that he is writing a role for Mr. Bachchan, it was like a dream come true, just to act with him or just to sit with him and just have a cup of espresso with him, just waiting for a shot, and the assistant used to come and say the shot is ready, and just both of us walking to mark. That was just a great experience, because you're sharing that creative process with somebody like Amitabh Bachchan. And same for Nag sir also. The difference is that Nag sir really accepted us like his friend.
Friends, yeah.
You know, like he was hanging out with
He
us.
is like that. He is like
He's
that.
a wonderful,
so
wonderful
cool.
guy. He was so sweet and humble, and he helped us so much with
Yeah,
this film.
his entire family,
You
you
know,
know, they've really become a big part of our
Lives.
and we are really privileged
In
to
fact,
have people like.
yeah, I was just gonna say, I was reflecting on it the other day because Naksa recently packed up, and as in for the film, and the one of the things that I really remember is how he was so involved in every key moment of the film's shooting process. So we started a major chunk of the film in Bulgaria, where Naksa actually came, and by the time his shooting was happening, a lot of what we had shot in the previous schedule was ready, and we showed it to Nag sir, and it was the
He
first
was one of the first people who
viewing.
saw, you know, something of the film edited.
And it was like we were all so nervous, but the amount of support he gave us,
Yeah.
it was just that kind of set the tone, and it was like after that we were so grateful for all the interactions that we had with him.
And was shooting for part one itself was like shooting for a trilogy altogether because pre-COVID, COVID, post-COVID.
It's been 5 films rolled into one. You know, the whole experience of making it, definitely.
No, actually, pre-COVID, we actually put out a unit also, which was a bit funny.
Yeah, we were
Talking
gonna-
about the release date.
And then 2 months later, there was
But I think
COVID.
also because it's the first of a kind, you know, so you were also learning while making this film. I don't think it's going to be the same way with part 2 and part 3, because I think now Ayan knows his strengths, he knows his mistakes, he knows the world of technology, of
Yeah.
CG, you know. So there are,
There's been a lot of unlearning.
yeah.
And
So I
learning.
think the learning was very important. You know, I think the kind of knowledge he has gained with just making part 1, I think part 2 and part 3 would be a faster experience for all of us.
Wonderful. So, my last question is, I mean, who among them was the most, I mean, who played the pranks on the set and
The thing is, we have such a strict headmaster that we could not play pranks. You know, he's
What
a
nonsense.
very, very strict.
Ranbir and I are not prankers at all. We're very serious when we're on set.
We hardly talk also while we're on set. You know, we are just sitting.
You have this impression of actors, right? Like they're big stars, they'll come in, etc. But these two have won the medal for the best crew members on Brahmāstra.
Yeah.
We are like his assistant
We
director.
are
What
being
nonsense.
assistants. It's true. But we're very happy doing that because
Yeah.
that's the way.
No such thing, but
you know,
yeah.
we're very happy doing that. Ranbir and I are very good students.
oh,
A plus. No?
Yeah, I want to say something funny about one of them having been the prankster, etc. But we've had
Okay,
fun.
but let's be honest. Did we ever play a prank on each other?
Never, never.
No, I don't think so. You know, I think we had some like
I think there was too much at
fun
stake.
times away from shoot, but set has just been like work.
wow. I hope the first part is going to turn out really well and
Yeah,
you guys
thank
have a
you,
lot of
Kaushik.
time to chill.
Please help us, Kaushik.
Of course, yes.
You know,
There's a lot of time to chill.
Spread the
in this
word.
game, Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and I'm sure we'll meet a lot through this journey of putting the film
Looking
out.
forward to
You know,
Ayan.
as our units come out and as we, you know, put the film out more.
Yeah. Now
This is
you're
just
on the
beginning.
Brahmāstra bus.
Trail, yeah. You know, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.